You feel crazy. You feel exhausted. And somehow, they feel completely fine. Why is it that some people seem to possess a secret shield against a narcissist, while others are slowly drained dry until there is nothing left? The difference isn't what you might think. It's not about possessing superhuman strength, incredible intelligence, or roaring confidence. In fact, the person who truly survives, the one who walks away completely intact, often looks like the quietest person in the room. There is a hidden psychological structure that makes certain individuals untouchable to toxic personalities. It's a shift in perception that completely dissolves the narcissist's power. And once you see this mechanism work, you will never look at relationships the same way again. To understand the survivor, we first have to understand the trap. Why do smart, capable people stay in situations that are clearly destroying them? Picture a house you lived in as a very small child. Maybe the floorboards were loose in the hallway. You learned, without even thinking about it, exactly where to step to keep from tripping. You didn't have to look down. Your body just knew the safe path through a dangerous space. For many, walking into a relationship with a narcissist feels exactly like walking into that old house. Their volatility, their sudden shifts in mood, the feeling that you are walking on eggshells, it doesn't feel good, but it feels deeply, strangely familiar. This is the darkest part of the trap. You don't stay because you are weak. You stay because, on a deep, unconscious level, their specific brand of pain feels like home. You were trained, perhaps long ago, to endure this exact climate. The narcissist relies on this. They need you to operate on autopilot, reacting to their provocations just like you always have. As long as you are reacting, you are trapped in their reality. But what happens when the autopilot turns off? There is a specific tipping point that every true survivor experiences. It is a moment where the instinct for self-preservation finally overrides the conditioning to please. Psychologists refer to this as making the unconscious conscious. It's the moment you stop being an actor on their stage and suddenly become an audience member watching the play. Imagine they hurl an insult at you that would normally leave you devastated for days. But this time, instead of feeling the sting, you feel a strange detachment. You look at them, and you don't see a powerful monster. You see a desperate child wearing an ill-fitting mask, terrified of being seen. This is the shift that breaks their reality. You realize that a narcissist does not actually hold power. They are energy vampires who can only feed on one thing: your emotional reaction. Their entire sense of self depends on your belief in their illusion. When you stop feeding them fear, anger, or even desperate love, they begin to starve. The person who survives realizes that the battle isn't against the narcissist. The battle is against their own outdated programming. This leads to the ultimate weapon of the survivor. It isn't a screaming match. It isn't exposing them to the world. It is far more terrifying to them than that. It is silence. Not a passive, frightened silence, a deliberate, heavy silence. It is the refusal to provide fuel. When you no longer need them to validate your existence, their insults land on empty air. The dynamic flips. The hunter becomes the desperate one, trying any tactic to get a rise out of you, to pull you back into the old dance. But you have already left the dance floor. The one type of person who truly survives is the one who realizes they don't need to win the game. They just need to leave the board. They leave when it's least expected, without drama, because they have nothing left to prove. If you are currently in the fog, feeling confused and blamed, know that your awareness is already growing. The exit door appears the very moment you stop looking at them for answers and start looking within yourself.